I quit drinking alcohol 913 days ago. How do I feel? I feel great. Part 1 of 3. The pros. There's 4 things really that pops out the most after 2.5 years. Number 1 is my wallet. 3 years ago, I decided to calculate how much money I was allowing to drinking booze yearly. I stopped counting at 12K. Yes, 12K a year in booze. 6 months after, I decided to quit drinking. It's 2.5 years later. You do the math. Number 2, I have way more energy. Just imagine that I used to train and exercise every day while drinking every day. Strangely enough, I had made a deal with myself that if I wanted to drink, I needed to do my workout. Since I wanted to drink every day, I was training every day. Stupid and contradictory? Yes. So just imagine now, I'm still working out as much, just without the booze. Number 3, I have way more time. That's better. Taking into consideration something as stupid as going to buy the alcohol, the time you take to go out and drink, not forgetting that drinking alcohol makes you lazy as fuck. Obviously, I have way more time now that I used to have to do things that I really enjoy. And number 4, I stopped caring about things that I used to care a lot about. One of those things, to give you an example, let's say your friends or your close relative invites you to an event. Wedding, dinner, birthday party, whatever the event is. And the people inviting you to this event, they're kind of pressuring you into going, like you're gonna miss something, like you're gonna miss out on the event of your life. Then once you're there, they're gonna try pressure you into drinking with them, because obviously they're wondering what the hell happened for you to quit drinking. And if you tell them it's for health purposes, they're gonna feel judged by you because they're gonna think that you think that they're not healthy. And if you say, well, it's because I black out, or I don't feel good after, or I just can't control my drinking, they're gonna judge you because you can't control yourself. Obviously, this is not in every situation. I'm just speaking about personal experience. First off, I know I'm not missing out on anything if I'm not going to that event you want me to go. And if you're mad at me for not going, I could not care less. Second off, the reasons I quit drinking is completely personal. Stop making this about yourself, trying to make me feel bad because I don't want to have a drink with you. That's not my problem if you feel bad drinking by yourself. And if you feel judged, I can help you with that. Editing Jonathan here. What I mean by that is I used to be super self-conscious about what people thought of me. So every time I would get invited to an event like this, even though I didn't feel like going, I would have gone just because I didn't want people to be mad. And if that night I didn't want to drink, take it like a little bit easier, I would fall into the peer pressure, drinking even though I didn't feel like it. And strangely enough, this I don't care kind of vibe came after quitting drinking. I don't think you really have a choice to be able to build that shield, because people become so judgmental of you quitting drinking, and that's the strangest fucking part about quitting drinking that I will never understand. That if you start listening to everyone, you're probably gonna go back into it, or even feel guilty about your choice. Although these things, you realize them about 6 months to a year after you quit drinking. Because everything is shiny and new. Proud of yourself, experiencing life from another perspective. Part 2 of 3. Boredom. Then boredom sets in. And you'd be wondering, why would I not have a drink right now? Or, why is that randomly I'm feeling like having a drink? And understandably so, because you completely forgot why you quit drinking in the first place. But if you take 2 seconds to think, why do I need to change my perception of reality right now? Most of the times it's because you're bored. Or put another way, you're trying to elevate the state of happiness that you're in. You're here, but you want to be there. Because let's face it, who doesn't like to be more happy? Trust me, I'm trying really hard to find another reason why I would have a drink other than I'm bored or I'm trying to feel happier. I can't think of anything else. At the end of the day, most of life is redundant. It's boring. It's mundane tasks. But when you drink alcohol, the mood line goes up a little. Alcohol makes things better. Or worse. I would argue less boring, whichever side of the spectrum it goes. But ultimately worse. Let me explain. Yeah, I've been practicing my charting a little bit. This line is your alcohol levels. This line will be your mood. From happy to not happy. I do believe that when you start drinking, You'll take the needle of happy and you'll bring it to happier. Ultimately, if you keep drinking, and let's be honest, most people do, this will decrease into not being happy. Why, you may ask? For the obvious reasons of someone drinking too much. Fights, cheating, being sick, ruining someone else's wedding. Now, on the contrary, if you're sad and you start drinking alcohol, there's one of two things that can happen. It will make you sadder or numb. Which ultimately, if you keep drinking, this will increase. But at some point, it will go back down to sad. It's never gonna make you happier. The reason why I say that it's always gonna be worse. What happened there? Sometimes the day after you regret, sometimes you don't. I was just kind of sick of taking a guess of what my mood was gonna be on the day after. Maybe remembering something that I'm like, oh shit, I really did that? Ah, fuck, I really said that? That's a gamble I was not willing to take anymore. Part 3 of 3. The next phase. In the past year, I had to learn how to deal with things sober. Inner demons, frustration, recession, anything really that has to do with living. I was drinking for 30 years almost every day, so I'd never really went through life normally, I guess one would say. And obviously, I never realized that boredom was a huge part of life. But one thing that I realized is my mood is much more consistent. I call it boring, but it's like a steady line. I don't have these wild mood swings that I used to have when I was drinking. Happier than I should have been or sadder than I should have been. What I started to notice now is that boring leveled line has started going up slowly. Like I'm getting more out of the things that I like to do that are good for me. Like I like training more. I like going climbing more. I like painting more. And I really do think that if I keep pushing, I'm gonna bring this line to a whole new level of comfort, happiness, success, calmness, peace of mind, whatever you want to call it. I'm not really sure what it is or what words to put on it, but I'm willing to keep pushing to see what's going to happen. Because seriously, I've never been that productive in my life, whether it be YouTube, painting, drawing, exercising. Feels like I have all the time in the world and I'm starting to excel in everything that I'm trying. Well, excel is a big word, but I'm getting better. It is a very interesting journey so far, although I hate the word journey because everything's a fucking journey now. And I believe that this is it just has become a buzzword, but I can't think of another one. Nonetheless, there are many phases to this thing. And so far, since phase number 1, which is taking the decision of quitting drinking, to now 2.5 years later, with many more positive things coming out of that first phase, I'm willing to push further to see where the next phase is going to take me. And like I said before, and I know a lot of people did not like it, I might have a drink again at some point. I don't know. If you open a Petrus at $25,000 in front of me, I might have a taste. But the one thing that it won't make me have a drink again is being bored. Because I'm not gonna let boredom ruin everything that I built so far. And you know what? I'm actually starting to be okay with boredom. It's okay to sit down and be bored. That's the something I wanted to talk to you about. I felt like it was a long time since I've made an update on not drinking alcohol. If you have a story that you want to share, please do so in the comments. Might be some people stumbling on this video, might need a little help to quit drinking. Let's all help each other. And if you have any questions for me, please do so in the comments and it will be my pleasure to answer to you. Thank you so much for watching. You're an amazing people. Bye-bye.